Hi guys, it's Lindsay and it's time to talk about Bluetooth audio streaming quality. So let's get into it. SBC, AAC, aptX HD or aptX HD and LDAC. Those are the main codecs that you need to know about if you're streaming Bluetooth audio to an external speaker. At the high end, you have Sony's LDAC, which they say is as good as being cabled in from a source with a streaming rate of 990 kilobits per second. Qualcomm's aptX HD is a close second at 570 kilobits per second, but I say close second, but it's a little bit more complicated than that. So let's get into the weeds. So what it comes down to is the quality of your audio files is actually the difference maker. So 24-bit and 32-bit is better than CD quality 16-bit. All of that is all about bit depth. So if you want to get really good music, you gotta get extra depth on your bits. So when you're getting into high bit depth, then you're getting into high resolution audio. So what's high resolution audio? Well, it's actually anything over 16-bit audio, but starting at about 24-bit at 96 kilohertz. And it's that kilohertz little bit that you need to worry about, because that is the compression of the data. 44.1 kilohertz is what normal 16-bit audio is kind of sampled at on CDs. What it means is that every second there is a sample of audio, so like a sound of that sound wave being converted to digital 44,100 times. So that's 44.1 kilohertz. So then the sound wave does that. So then every time you're sampling it, the little lines going like that. So that's the kilohertz. That's the sample rate. And then the bit rate or the bit depth is the difference between the lowest and the highest points of that sound wave. So when you have 16 bits, you can go up 16 levels. When you have 24, you go up 24 levels, and 32 goes up 32 levels. So it's all about the amplification. And that's what it comes down to. So then you're getting into the weeds of actually how quickly the data gets transmitted from your phone to the speaker. And then that can range between as low as 128 kilobits per second. Probably shouldn't be listening to music at that sort of bit rate. And then you can stream up. I mean, we're getting to crazy speeds nowadays, but LDAC is currently the best quality we have on a Bluetooth codec, and that is 990 kilobits per second. So 990,000 little bits of information are being sent to you at the same time. So if you're having that deep bit rate, then all of that information is being packaged and sent over at that speed, at that rate. And that's where we get to the Sony SRS-XB41, the speaker that's glowing, beautiful, that I have right here. So because it's a Sony product, it supports LDAC. LDAC you can access on most high-end Android phones. There's no LDAC on Apple phones because they have their own sort of compression and that sort of stuff. So there you're using SBC and AAC, I think is the fastest rates you can get in there. But this speaker is quite amazing. It has what I like to call yard filling sound. So I love on a small holding, and we sometimes have little shindigs, and that's where I take the big speakers outside and try and fill an entire yard without having to daisy chain Bluetooth speakers to each other. So the SRS-XB41, because it has XB in the name, this is an extra bass Sony speaker. So it has two drivers, these glowing orbs that you see over here. You don't have to have the lights on all the time. It's just a fun effect that Sony likes to put in. Kills the battery life, which is about 24 hours without extra bass switched on. You have to download the separate app to control all of those features. And the lights you can actually switch on is a switch in the control panel behind, where you also have your connection to your micro USB, which is one of the little critiques that I have against this. With extra bass switched on, you're getting about 14 hours of power. And then with the lighting switched on to that, I was catching about maybe 8 hours of power from a single charge. So it defaults to SBC, which is the lowest common denominator of Bluetooth connections. If you're streaming to any substandard Bluetooth audio, you're using SBC codec. Then the higher end codecs get added in on top of that. It's It's not aptX HD compatible because it's not a Qualcomm product. But how does it sound? It's quite amazing. Like I said, it's not room filling, it's yard filling. And you get a nice deep bass coming off of it. You can switch it off. I kind of like it. It's got a little chamber at the bottom here that reverberates a little bit off a surface. So when you put it down on a solid surface, it does sound a lot better than if you just kind of hanging it in a tree or something. The shape is a bit weird. It kind of wants to look up like that. So if you put it on something that slants down and you try and face it into a corner to get more of that bass, it's gonna roll off because the weight is a bit weird. You have full controls on the top. So that's your play pause function. It's got the NFC tag, which Sony is known for. So you just take the back of your phone, plop it on there, and it should connect quite easily. This is an amazing speaker, but you're looking at something that has capability to be awesome. So it has the best Bluetooth streaming codec available. So then you have a phone that has access to that codec as well. But then, because most of us are listening to streaming music, there aren't that many services that offer good enough music to be streamed at that bitrate for it to make a big difference. It does make a little bit of an audio difference. I use Apple Music and Google Play Music, which doesn't have very high tiers. Spotify just introduced their top-end highest audio subscription service that sits at the premium on top of everything else. And there you're getting something called MQA, which is a lossless file format, also devised by Sony, where they worked with their recording artists on their labels to give you master quality audio, which is kind of like they've just laid down the tracks, mixed it in the studio, and you're getting that original print sound quality. But then you're most likely going to be out and about and you'll be using headphones like EarPods or the Samsung Galaxy Buds, which I really like, but the sound quality on those aren't great. Or you're not using the speaker, you're using something else that is equally portable. This is also weather resistant. Sony actually wants you to take this around, buy a couple of them, throw it around to your friends at a party, and then bang it on the edges to make certain DJ effects and sounds. It's something I haven't really tried. I'm not really keen on. I just kind of wanted to sit there, look pretty, maybe switch on the lights for the kids. But that's the conversation that I wanted to have here. We have something that can actually outperform tethered amplifiers. We have all these amazing codecs and streaming services that are bringing in these premium high resolution solutions. So LDAC can outperform the 32-bit quad DAC on premium LG devices, the best headphone jacks on phones, period. It's a dying breed. Please don't let it die. Please, LG, please. The new G8X ThinQ, which I'll have on the channel very soon, is rocking at 32-bit quad DAC. 990 kilobits per second can outperform that, and the amplification you're getting on it is good as well when you have compatible music files. Sony SRS XB41 gets my stamp of approval. If you're looking for a high quality audio solution that's portable and weather resistant, maybe you like having parties at the beach and you take this thing with you. But yeah, that's just my opinion. Hit me up in the comments if you want to know anything more about audio and audio solutions or Bluetooth audio streaming. And like, subscribe, share this information. If you don't like what I'm doing, tell me that down in the comments, and I will see you in the next one.